Hi Gemini, this is Healing and Reach Tarot and Energy Healing. I'm here to do your first 2 weeks of April reading for 2020. So welcome, thank you for joining me. And I will have a description in the description box below, all the cards that I use in this session, as well as a link to signing up for a distance healing session with me. So that will be in the description box below. If this resonates, be sure to hit like or subscribe to my channel. So let's jump right in. So the first 2 weeks of April for the sign of Gemini 2020. What spiritual messages do we have for the first 2 weeks of April for the sign of Gemini 2020? What spiritual messages do we have for the first 2 weeks of April for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising 2020? Ooh, Crossroad of Destiny. That's a powerful looking card. So let me pull this up and get deeper into what it means. We bring you the empowerment of the crossroad of destiny. You are at a pivotal point on your life journey. This may be obvious to you with a potentially life-changing decision before you. Or you may not realize the impact that an apparently insignificant choice is going to have on your future. Either way, you are at a point where you can leave the past behind and chart your course for a new adventurous chapter to begin in your life. This is not something you need to be frightened of. It is a sign you are progressing on your path. The crossroad of destiny happens when you have mastered a cycle in your life and a new cycle is before you. It is an opportunity that you can take best advantage of by listening to your heart. So that's some big energy there, Gemini, crowning your reading. So let's get into tarot and see what more we can uncover and what's going on for you. First 2 weeks of April with Sun, Moon, Rising of Sun Gemini, April 2020. First 2 weeks for the Sun, Moon, Rising of Gemini. First 2 weeks of April 2020 for Sun, Moon, Rising, Gemini. Okay, lots of cards here. I'm just going to put them back because that was too many at once. Hard to choose. Okay. Okay. Got a lot of interesting stuff going on here, Gemini. Let me just take a moment, take some of this in fully. Let's just see if we can get all the cards in there, and then I'll talk about each one. Let's get our Buddha in there because we don't want to not see the Buddha. Okay. So I feel like You have a lot around you in terms of abundance, and it's putting you in the seat of having to reevaluate a lot of different things. It's also asking for you to reevaluate how you are in relationship to your own identity as well. So there's a lot of reshuffling of the deck on inner and outer levels, and I feel like it's a tall order. I feel like you're handling it okay, but I feel like you're not even, I think you're aware of the fact that it's a tall order. I think you are aware of the fact that there's a lot of change going on here that is, or choice going on here that's affecting you. I think you're definitely aware of it, but I'm not sure you're aware of how different your life is going to result from all this change yet, because it's a tall order and it has to kind of fill in. So give yourself time and space to just be present with what arises. You don't have to jump the gun and figure it all out at once. I feel like you've let go of obvious things that were not serving you. In the recent past, 7 of Swords. I feel like you've let go of situations or people or darkness or things that you were very obviously not serving you. So that's positive, even though sometimes that card can be read as sneaky or unpositive. I don't feel that way. I feel like this card also is not as negative as normally people describe it as for you right now. I feel like now that you've let go of some darkness and some things that weren't serving you, in the near future, you're going to feel more rest. However, you're going to have a little bit of this 9 of Swords energy where you're wondering about things still, because you are still reshuffling the deck in terms of, you know, all these new little, see, all these little globes. I feel like they're like the ways you're seeing your life and reshuffling the little pieces of your life all around you, that some of those decisions are, you're resting, but you're still wondering if you made the right decisions or you're gonna make the right decisions. And I feel like you're holding this in your mental energy space. This actually is a card that aligns with the sign of Gemini. That is a card for you in the tarot. I forget exactly what the I think it's Saturn in Gemini. Anyway, so it's like lessons learned in Gemini. Holding a lot of mental energy is the 9 of Swords. So you're holding a lot of mental energy. You're wondering if you're seeing things correctly. You're wondering if you're reshuffling the deck correctly. So it's definitely going to be on your mind. I feel like since there's been so much mental energy in reshuffling of the deck, it has presented you in relationship with a little bit of emotional deconnection, not connecting, and then also a little bit of emotional confusion. But it's also a time that you've gone within to more deeply listen as well. So it's almost like if there is some confusion, that it's causing you to stop and to look for deeper fulfillment and to wonder why it's not there. So you're actually stopping, which is rare for Gemini, and you're actually going within. And I think that this is feeling good to you right now. And we have the Hermit card coming up next, which is a card of deep listening and removing yourself from all the energy of chaos and doing, so that you're going within a little bit more than normal. And your hopes and fears, you know, so I don't think Gemini is real comfortable doing this sometimes, but right now it feels necessary. And right now you're aware of that necessity, and you're aware of the way it's serving you to go within and to find more emotional fulfillment as you reshuffle this deck. So there's a lot going on here, I think. And you're going to make some decisions. You're going to make some, reassessments of a lot of things. This is a huge energy card talking about that, the Judgment card in the tarot. You've been through a lot, and you're coming to the end of a cycle. You're almost coming up to the end of it. And right before you come to the end of it, you do like a life review. I feel like you have angelic guidance coming in. So look for that, ask for that guidance to be part of decisions made and perceptions being formed. You're redefining what you want your new world to look like based on the life review of your life before. That is huge. So ask for your higher self and angelic guidance to come in and to assist you in that process. You definitely are at a crossroad of destiny, but trust your heart to guide you. Trust this process of going deeper within. Trust the ways that you are emotionally dissatisfied so that they can teach you. And trust your confusion. You know, the moon is sometimes about hidden feelings. Being in touch with hidden feelings. So ask what feelings are hiding and ask them to come forward and show you things. It's all up in the works, so it's all part of, the reshuffling that's going on here. So this has been your reading, Gemini. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in a few weeks, and stay safe and many blessings.